Well, as you know, we're looking at every legal and legislative angle to stop this thing, or at least slow it down and see if we can get another administration in Washington that will do what the last administration did, which was sit on it. What I've done is introduce legislation, or language rather, that was just passed out of the House Appropriations that would stop any federal dollars from being used by the Federal Highway Administration to implement a tolling agreement with the MTA. So essentially, it would kill this thing in its tracks. It was able to get out of the House Appropriations. I anticipate it will get out of the House. We'll have to see what the Senate does. But this is just another tool in the toolbox as we look to proceed with lawsuits. And I'm very happy to hear that my borough president, Vito Fossell, will also be launching a lawsuit, which I intend to join as a plaintiff as well. Because the bottom line is people shouldn't have to pay $23 to go into another borough in the city in which they live. And we believe strongly that NEPA, which is a National Environmental Policy Act, was violated by federal highways by allowing a significant no finding for the MTA when we know that there is significant issues with congestion shifting to the outer boroughs, with pollution shifting to the outer boroughs outside the zone. And we believe that a full environmental impact statement needs to be implemented or required for this thing to move forward. And that's what myself, Josh Gottheimer of New Jersey, in a bipartisan manner, we started the Anti-Congestion Caucus, and we've been sounding the alarm on this. And again, we're looking for every tool possible to stop it.
Yeah, but a lot of people feel like it's already a done deal, right?
Right.
We're seeing
you
signs.
mentioned, you mentioned the tools, pulling all the tools to basically put a stop to this. But we're already seeing equipment, hardware going up. So how likely do you think that these efforts will actually work in putting a stop to this?
Yeah, well, as you know, Governor Hochul and the MTA are trying to jam this through, and unfortunately the Biden administration is helping them. But the fact that this is a first-in-the-nation program that did not conduct an environmental impact statement, which should take a number of years to do, is the reason why you're seeing these lawsuits emerge. And we do believe that it can be stopped. Of course, they're trying to jam it through, but we're going to do everything we can and keep fighting, because the bottom line is, look, a nurse going in for a 5 a.m. shift, a waiter that gets off from work at 2 a.m., they don't feel comfortable riding public transit. If Kathy Hochul wants them to ride public transit, if that truly is what this is about, make the subway system safer. Don't just keep hammering people over the head. And remember, she and the MTA chairman both said there would be no toll or fare increases in 2023 or 2024 because of the influx of federal dollars that they had received. And here we are. They just raised tolls and fares last week, and now they want to do this $23 cash grab. It's nothing more than a cash grab and a war on cars.
It's a war on a lot of people. A lot of people
really
mentioning before you even get to work, you're having to pay all this money up front to make money.
It's going to hurt New York City's economy. Look, people, we're already seeing New York City struggle to get back on its feet post-COVID. People just are not going to come into Manhattan and utilize everything our city has to offer if they got to pay $23 to drive in. So that is a major problem, and it's going to hurt the city, which then puts a further burden on New York City taxpayers to make up for that lost revenue.